Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy show.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for joining us on another terrific Tuesday on the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. It is now my astounding pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny, everyone's favorite comedian, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
Yes, that and so much more. Yes, I am Queen Silvy on this terrific Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. I hope you're ready for some super greatness. We have a fantastic guest today. But Smooth, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and how are you doing?
Well, as always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose it's 24/7, 365. Queen Silvy, you are just simply amazing. Yes, you are.
I know, thank you. True that, no wait, double true that, yes, I am amazing, but you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing, as well as our amazing guests and announcements for today, right?
Absolutely. Hey, as always, our hearts and prayers are going out around the world. There's still things going on in Ukraine. There's tensions with China. There's all kinds of things going on. There's things here economically and, even internally within the United States. But
right.
People, hey, as the Queen always says, faith over fear.
Right.
Hey, we will get through all of this. Just try to love one another. That's the way to work through it.
Yes, right.
Oh, also, what we would really like you to do is look at the top of the screen, and you're going to see scrolling ways to get a hold of Queen Silvy and myself. Importantly, go to www.thequeensilvyshow.com. Go over to the contact tab, scroll on down, and give us your email so that we can keep in contact with you. Also, you know what? Because you are worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that someone special. So go ahead and get a hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or visit her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com.
All right.
Another way to keep up with the Queen and myself is go to our YouTube page. And when you go to YouTube, in the search engine, simply drop in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results of all of our shows, 3 of them, as a matter of fact, and some other projects that the Queen and I work on. So while you're on that YouTube page, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe.
Absolutely.
And otherwise, that's it for my announcements right now.
Well, I don't think you did analytics.
Oh, our analytics from last week.
By all means.
Let me get those over here. Aha. How about Australia, France, Ireland, Africa, Poland, Germany, Mexico, Canada, the UK, and the good old US of A.
Yeah. Thank you so very much for tuning in, spreading the word as well for the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. Hey, if you're watching this live, I want you to know Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on an archive,
Oh, our love is everlasting.
our love is everlasting. Yes,
That's
we
right.
love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday. The lines are open. You're more than welcome to call in, ask our guest a question, give a shout out or holler, Smooth and myself, and that number, as he might have said, 817-602-0577. That, thank you, is the number to the Queen Silvy Show on this terrific Tuesday. You know you have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in. Exactly, and get some of this super greatness we have in store for you. So before we get into my wonderful guest, what I'd like to do at this moment is, I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Always trust your instincts. They're messages from your soul. It's the inner part of you that strives to make you whole. I mean, if something deep inside you says something's not right about a person or a situation, trust it. I mean, pay attention, pay attention to your gut feelings. No matter how good something looks, if it doesn't feel right, walk away. And believe me, the more you trust your intuition, the more empowered, stronger, and happier you become. That's right. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you, baby. Yes, on this terrific Tuesday. Before we go any further, because I love you all, I will represent and give a shout out to my good kings and queens all over the world, like you, Kisley Patino, Queen Jenna, Follette Clark, Kenneth Rouse, and Follette Clark.
Shout out to you.
You like that? To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
Ooh, I love my voice. Do you like that? I can do that. To Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
To my grandsons, my poo-poo-poo, Prince Amari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron, as well as my great-grandson, DJ.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, and Precious, Jonathan Sr., and Lee Allen Sr.
Shout out to you.
As well as you, Kelly and Ryan, and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls.
Shout out to you.
As well as Patricia Wilhelm Giffen, Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Sassy Savage, Websterito Hostile Flow, who is my good friend in Africa, as well as Amy Kanema, Princess Aria Lua, and Hero Boy.
Shout out to you.
To my good queens in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross.
Shout out to you.
And to my good queen, who is a great comedian in the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek, Christine Lewis Anderson, Lorenzo Gabaniza, Edith Verhoek again. Girl, I got you twice. Hello.
Shout out to you.
To Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gorb Dodd, Miguel Montebon, Brian Pearson, and my good friend Joe Mass.
Shout out to you.
That's right. Hey, if you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent, we'd gladly do that 3 days a week. Every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. And every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. Simply send me your name, contact information to queensylvia@comic.com. Go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com, or where you're viewing or watching this. Hey, simply sit in their message in the comment section. My good man Smooth will make sure we get that taken care of for you. So, before we get into my guests, because we aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources, check out this resource. And when we get back, let's get it going with my first guest, my only guest for today on The Queen Silvy Show. The Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high quality, and greatly satisfied service, Lafrida's cleaning service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. Lafrida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
And hey, we are back.
Yes, we are on this terrific Tuesday. Hey, you know what I said? You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of the super greatness we have in store for you on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. You know, having performed hundreds of shows across the United States and United Kingdom, this Michigan-based trio represents stardom with exceptional, and I mean exceptional, guitar skills that will blow you down. My guest today truly is one of the best. From Michigan, I introduce to you band leader, vocalist, guitarist, Cetan Clawson. Woo! How are you today?
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm supercalifragilistic always, every day, no matter what. But I'm honored that you are here today on this terrific Tuesday with the Queen Silvy Show. You know, what we have in common is the fact that you were born in Toledo, Ohio, just like me. Oh my God. Like that's something big. Yes, it is. We were born in Toledo, Ohio. But your family moved to Michigan. Are you still Michigan?
Yeah, I'm in Ann Arbor now. Yeah.
Oh, Ann Arbor. We've been up in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, we've been in Ann Arbor
several times. Very good.
So up around the university.
Nice.
I'm seeing him sticking a little bit there.
Yeah, he's freezing a little bit.
Can you hear me good?
Maybe his Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I think there's just a bit.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue, but we can work on that.
Yeah, I think that's on your end with you're on Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, it's can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay, so we understand what that'll do. Sometimes you may stick just for a second, but that's on your end there. But you have a beautiful native name. I think it means spirit winds hawk, if I'm not correct. Am I correct?
That's right. Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Pronounce your beautiful name for me, if you will.
Oh, thank you. It's Cetan Clawson.
Cetan Clawson. Wait, I heard that you have an official, really nice name that means spirit winds hawk. It's just Chester. Do you have a middle name?
Oh, sorry. No, you're right. The Lakota Sioux tribe way of pronouncing that, it would be Cheta Tatuye Wanagi, and then last name Clawson.
Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to hear.
I
love that.
And is that your government name?
Yeah, exactly. The full legal name. Yeah.
So other than yourself, is music in your family?
Oh yeah, for sure. My dad, who is the drummer in our group for many years, and he taught me so much, and we played together. So yeah, and all of our family members play something.
That's cool. You know, they're smart because music is so important, and you can learn so much from the discipline of music and the relaxation. I heard that your first performance was back in the 6th grade. Did you start out musically with the guitar?
Yeah. My dad, he thrust a guitar into my hands when I was 3. I think I broke it pretty quickly, but he then got me another one, and it's just stuck ever since. But yeah, our first kind of actual public performance, as you say, in the 6th grade there, my dad was on drums and our friend Al on bass.
That is cool.
Great memory.
That is a great memory.
That was a talent show?
Yeah.
How fun was that?
That is. Did you get that or record it?
It is actually. It's wild because what you see is like 400 really quiet, kind of shy kids. But when we start playing, we did like Pipeline, the Junior Brown version, and just the whole place just went crazy.
That is so cool. I bet you passed the 6th grade with that performance. But are you self-taught as well? So throughout your career, this dynamic performances that we've been watching of you, is this all from self-taught and inspiration from other artists?
Well, my teacher, Jimi Hendrix is my main teacher, right? I worship at the Temple of Jimmy, but I've had so many great teachers in my life that I've learned from, and my sister who went to Berkeley, and another guy named Josh Sofaro who studied in Spain. Really fantastic guitar player. I've learned from so many players,
Wow. Well, you really learn well, because I'll tell you, you are very good at what you do. Is there other instruments that you play?
Well, I teach piano, drums, bass. Bass is so similar to guitar, and violin as well, and singing as well. But I play it all, but not very well. The guitar is the main love,
I think you vocalize very well with your guitar, and and whoever taught you well. Just to watch you play, you have good dexterity in your fingers, good speed. And I'm like, hey, you're a good player. You're all in all a good guitar player. Just put it down to that.
He knows it, don't you? Go on. You know it. Go on.
Well, thank you, guys. I don't consider myself to be a great singer at all, nor a great guitar player. Just if anything, I hope to just have my own sound. There's a lot of really, really talented players out there. So many now, just millions and millions of talented players, and so just trying to no one's selfish when it comes to gifts. Okay, they have gifts, but you do as well. I mean, pat yourself on the back. I know you've heard a lot of people throughout your career thus far tell you how good you are, right? Well, a little bit here. Thank you. I try to keep it humble.
Keep it real. When Fender wants to sponsor you, you gotta have something in the bag.
Right.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so with that said, though, how you've heard a lot of people say, "Hey, you're good, you're bad." Shut your mouth, and you know that you got something good. How do you handle the flip side of that, where you get those haters and criticism and all that? How do you handle that?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that. I mean, and we've all seen it, right? You get those people commenting on posts, and some people say like, "Oh well, he's sloppy. He's nowhere near. He doesn't compare to Stevie Ray Vaughan," which I agree with. No one can compare to Stevie Ray Vaughan, nor would I ever want to try it. Well, I hope to just be able to compare to myself and do better. So
Stevie got booed playing Jimmy, so come on.
Listen,
exactly.
He did.
Right.
We hear the stories of Jimmy getting booed off the stage in front of 30,000 people. It happens to everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I take that in and just poof it back out and give it to you. Right, bring it on. I don't care. But you know what? That just brings me to this, because the reason I wanted to talk to you is because you're one of those. You're the only one, in fact, that plays and covers my ultra artists, and you've said it already. That's Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan, but Stevie Ray Vaughan is the man. He's the best. I always say nobody can do a Stevie, and you get a lot of artists that do Stevie's, and even Stevie does it different every time when he performs. He never does a song the exact way. But what do you admire about Stevie and the music he recreates, or Jimi Hendrix? They're both bad.
Yeah, great question. And when you look at their styles, I mean, it's so interesting because they are a good blend of all of their influences. In Stevie's case, Stevie has a lot of Albert King and Freddie King and a lot of the other players in him, but then they take that and transform that into their own style, their own identity, which that's the synthesis of that is what I love.
Go back on, but Jimi Hendrix, first played, what is that song, Tim, that Stevie did? A cover. Was it Voodoo Child? And I used to say, I know Jimmy created that song, but Stevie does it to me better than Jimmy did it himself. That's how much I'm into Stevie. And then I started listening to you, and I'm like, nobody can really play it. Like, I can't wait to play Voodoo Child. So stay tuned for that.
But that's what I was referring to. The first time that Stevie tried to cover that where was that, in Sweden? He got booed, and then he practiced, came back, and just nailed it.
Practice makes perfect. That's what I can say. Hey, But aside from you also have some great band members that makes up Cetan Clawson. So please state their names and what instruments they play.
Yeah, thank you. It's kind of a revolving door of musicians. What we do is we sort of take the top players, from the area, and because sometimes a player is not available, they can't do a certain Friday, so we have to call in another drummer or another bass player. Yeah, but Dave Sorelli, who I love, fantastic bass player. I taught him his first chords when he was a kid, and he's now surpassed. He's got his master's degree playing bass guitar, and so he's a great bass player. Ben Steves, Philip Scarabassi, Zachary Strong, Graham Lowe of the band Pajamas. He no longer plays with us, but he was my drummer for many years. So lots of great players.
That's what's up. You know, I think I said American rock, but you know, of the music and things that we've checked out on you, I think I see you jamming, and I see you jamming with various genres, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in there, and I think that's cool and versatile. But for you, Cheddar, which genre really inspires you the most to rock out a guitar solo?
Well, obviously, that would be the blues, right? If we think of music as a tree, right, there's going to be all of the different branches up top where that came from the main trunk, which is the blues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blues was there before rock, before metal, before jazz. Blues was there, and so it really is the root of excluding a lot of the previous things that came before. Blues is the root of the modern style.
You're right. I love me some blues too. We call ourselves old music heads because we love all kind of music. We'll sit here and make music out of a potato chip bag. It don't matter. We're gonna sit here and make some music.
But we got instruments all over the room,
we got
so we'll do
instruments all
something.
over here. Yeah, we certainly do. But you know, for you, because you started out so young and you're still in the industry doing your thing, you know, along the way you have to learn your own voice, your own style and all this. But over the years, how have your style progressed?
Yeah, really great question. We started out just playing a lot of covers, right? Like Earl King, Come On, Part 4 by Stevie's version there, and
Right.
Jimi Hendrix, Clapton, Cream, and just Zeppelin, and just progressing through the years. And as you know, we created a bunch of original songs, which did really well. We got on that video game Rock Band, which was a lot of fun, and we did some big things. I mean, we just played so many places across the U.S. and went over there to UK and played there. And just, I would say that the evolution of the style has as I said before, taking the blues as a primary influence, but then incorporating that to try to find your own way. That's the fun part.
Right. You're very, very true. And you mentioned Rock Band, which I think, hey, is like super cool having your work featured on this video game. How the heck did you even get that?
How the hell did that happen?
Right. What?
Well, good question. I mean, playing a lot of the places. I mean, we did the Viper Room in Los Angeles, right? We did the 5 Spot in Nashville, and just really the Double Door in Chicago before it closed. And playing in some of these venerable, time-honored places put us into the spotlight with certain people. And at that time, Ramsey Dean, who was our manager, he managed Guns N' Roses and a couple other really cool bands. And so he was able to work with Bang Camaro, that one Bryn over there with Bang Camaro, and sort of got some good opportunities lined up. And we ended up doing a small EP there with Chris Layton. He's the drummer for Stevie Ray Vaughan. He plays with Clapton now. And so we did some recordings with him, and we just did some cool things.
That's cool. Be in the right place at the right time, know somebody, and hey,
that's what it's all
about.
You'd be surprised
what paths can
open up.
That is
exactly what it's all about.
Absolutely is. So, hey, I want to show it. I was only going to just like show a picture or just a couple second clip of it, and it's only a couple minutes long. I was like, this is so freaking cool. We're going to show it right now. And the song is White Heat, as I present the dynamic Cetan Clawson in the video game, baby. Check it out. Oh.
Whew.
Oh my gosh.
How did you keep up with that?
I can't. And I love the drums, and it was
That
trying
was
to keep up with the
fantastic.
drummer, and it's like, work me. Because that's what happens. So you know something, Cheddar? I'm not going to tell you who Smooth and myself is guessing on, but see, both Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray music, although they're not here, no longer here, their music is going to last forever. But me and Smooth have a guess on you answering what artist living serves as inspiration for you and your music.
Ooh, oh boy. That is a really, really great question. Wow. Living.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably have to be Clapton.
Oh, Tim's right. Ah.
I knew it. I was looking. I just was. Looking
I was
at
like
you.
Stevie
I was looking
Vai.
at the way you like to play music and who you follow and the style that you're playing, and I said his next best guess would be Clapton.
Yes, Smooth got it right, but you know, hey,
Slow hand.
yeah. You know, music to me is the closest thing to magic, and I kind of say that because it's hard to define where it's gonna hit somebody at, you know, in a certain way. But when people hear you, when people hear your music, what do you want them to understand or take away from the music of Cetan Clawson?
Wow, really great question. Yeah, I would hope that they just enjoy it, that it makes their day better or their lives better in some way, shape, or form, and that it is part of the music that they enjoy. It's really simple for me. I just hope they like it.
Hey, well, you're motivating me. Keep saying, oh, good question, another good question. I'm like, ooh. Okay. But listen, Everyday Blues is another hot tune that we're going to play. First of all, where are these videos shot at? Because are they shot like in a studio or in a basement? Where is that they be performed at?
Yeah, so that particular video for Everyday Blues there, if I know the one you're referring to, that was in an old studio that our family had owned. That's no longer, the building is essentially not there anymore. But we did 2 recordings of that, one with Chris Layton, Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer, and then the one that I think you're referring to, we did with Dave Feeney in Tempermill, right? And he's so great. He's worked with White Stripes and Kid Rock and so many others. So that's the audio for that particular video.
So I know that you're serious about what you're doing, and because I look at the equipment, I'm looking at the moving camera and everything. I'm like, these guys are serious, and they got the angle.
Camera,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. I was enjoying all of that and everything, but I think that this is also something that emphasizes the great talent from not just you, but the drummer is extraordinary as well as your bass player. I mean, you come together, and that makes a big difference when you all can click and come together and produce at this level what
At a
it
very
is.
professional level.
Oh, yeah.
Very professional video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it was,
yeah. When I grow up,
Thank
I
you.
want to be like you.
yeah, me too.
That's too kind.
Can you be
No,
my
you're right.
dad since today's Father's Day? Could you adopt me, Cheddar?
It was Father's Day. You going back. But anyways, let's enjoy and check it out. I think it's a great tune. Everyday Blues. Cetan Clawson right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
Every day feels the same through my time playing a game. Wondering what's my fate, Lord, won't you take me away?
What do you think when you watch yourself play it? You know, after doing a performance,
How,
you know.
how self-critical are you?
Yeah, yeah. Do you critique yourself and everything?
I don't know. I just think that's pretty cool. I don't know if there's too much.
That's good. That's pretty good. That's how I do, you know, as a stand-up comedian, you know, and you go and you perform. Afterwards, when I get home, I watch myself, critique what I can better do or what.
A little bit of stage presence, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, just to keep myself up to par. I'm sure you do. I mean, you don't even have to do anything but just do it because you do it so dang well. But I saw you with the pick. Do you ever use fingers?
Yeah, I actually have this trick where if I'm playing with the pick, I just kind of tuck it in my ring finger and I can pick, and then if I need it, it's right. It's like a magic trick, you know.
That was a magic trick because I'm like, what are you gonna do when you freaking drop that? You get all into it and drop it. You're like, but that was good.
You know, well, I mean, it's important that you're able to do that, you know, have that, you know, ability, because especially if you want to start dead thumbing some type of blues, you know, yeah, you need to, that's, oh, yeah, a lot of our friends, when we've watched them, yeah, and they're into that style of blues, yeah, it's strictly finger picking.
Cool.
So what guitars are you presently using?
Well, I have a Fender American Elite, which is absolutely fantastic. It's got the S1 switch and the locking tuners. I also have a Gibson SG with the FRS Floyd Rose system, which is fantastic.
Wow.
Great guitars.
Do they have names?
Oh, jeez. You know, I should. That'd be fun.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, now you're supposed to have
a name. Yeah, they have their own personality.
See, I've got Excalibur behind me.
Tim has names for his.
Sweet.
So you got to have a name.
Right.
Yeah, I'll think of one.
But for you though, Cheddar, what's the main goal? You've been in the music industry, you know what you want, you know where you're going. What's the main goal as far as music?
Yeah, you know, my main goal is to have fun. You know, the whole fame and the money thing, that's cool. I don't really need those things. To me, it's just all about having fun. Now, you know, I could have greased my hair and wrote a bunch of Justin Bieber tunes and probably made a couple million, but I don't want to do that because I'd rather just play the blues.
Right.
Hey, I have not to interrupt, but you're a very well educated individual. You went to university, you got a degree, right? Are you going to pursue? Do you ever think about how you're going to juggle those two careers? Or are you strictly focused on music?
No, I don't have a degree. No, I won some scholarships and took some classes, but I never completed a full degree. My career, I'm just happy where I'm at. You know, I teach guitar. I teach when I want. I play gigs when I want.
Online.
In our music. I'm actually in our music shop right now, where I teach, and I'll get right down to it. My goals in life, it's the simple things like spending time with your family or reading a book, going for a walk. These are the things that matter to me, and so the money part, the fame, don't need any of that.
I understand totally. I totally feel you on that there. By all means, I do. But now, before the pandemic, during the pandemic, even now, currently to this day, how do you stay musically motivated and going strong? Because, I mean, some people, even during the pandemic, they've quit or they've stopped. When the pandemic came on, it hurt the pocketbooks of many artists who were, their money bag is touring. You know what I mean? So how do you stay motivated musically? I mean, you can say, oh, because I love it and it's not about the music, but there comes a time sometimes where you're like, that's
yeah. Yeah, you're right. A lot of musicians, including myself, sometimes you get into that rut where maybe you can't or you don't want to write, or you don't want to play, or just you can't, you're unable to. And so there's something that always breaks the rut for me, which is listening to new music, whether it's made some time ago or whether it's brand new, listening to things I haven't heard before. Someone showed me Girl on a Bike by the Aardvarks, like a 60s band. And just I was blown away. There's so many, more than a human can listen to in their life, which I love. There's so much to explore.
Absolutely. Keep doing what you're doing, by the way. One of these days, soon, you're going to see these two old sexy and handsomes in the audience watching, because you're not too far from us. We were down in Texas making our mark for, 7-8 years?
8 years down there.
And we've been back up here in Toledo for 2 on other agendas and things doing. So we get around in Michigan. I visit Michigan more than you think. because
Cool.
so I'm not gonna say why or anything, but and my pharmacy is in Michigan. Okay.
Awesome.
So CDs and albums, how many do you guys have out?
Oh, I think we've done like four recorded works. Only 2 of which like made it to the CD format. Everything else is kind of on. I think it's on Spotify or YouTube. I actually don't do too much of the business side, to be quite honest.
Who does the business side of it?
Nobody.
Wait a minute.
He says nobody.
No, wait a minute. That's kind of like spinning your wheels in mud.
So who does? What about social media? I mean, you know, everyone in some way or another is on social media. Do you guys get involved with the social media part of it, promotion your brand and all?
Not really. I mean, I'll do a post like before a gig sometimes, but no, we don't promote. We don't we're not really trying to make it on. If I was trying, you know, I would have to probably give a big amount of my time to quote make it. You know, if we wanted to be at Taylor Swift's level or something like that,
Right.
we make a push for that. But don't, like I said, that's I don't really want to do. Don't have time for that.
You're happy at doing the way you are, what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cool.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, as far as like touring with your group or just staying at home, we have some friends tour, 260 days a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
They be on it.
They're on it. But, you know.
Hell, one of them is even over 70 years old. Is
And
he
he's
over
still
70?
and he's still on tour. Yeah, Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. 260 days a year. But in any regard, do you consider something like that, or do you have any aspirations to do anything like that?
I've had several offers from several people to, hey, come on, let's do 100 dates, let's do 200 dates and go across many times, but I just don't want to.
Well, then,
I like that. Point blank. Look, I just they go on. I don't want to. That's okay.
The thing that's going to be evident is in your performance if you don't want to.
Right. I love that.
You don't want that to come out.
Yeah, you know what you want, what you like, what you're doing, and you're just content in your own lane, doing your own thing. That's perfectly, totally all right. But we just wanted to know, so we're gonna ask anyway.
Can I tell my little story about Beach Boy?
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, I met a Beach Boy one time. I won't tell you which one it was, and I was working security for him, actually. And he said in the backstage, how's it going, blah, 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 in the conversation. He goes, I'm just tired. He goes, I can't believe I'm still doing all this bullshit. And I said to him, and I looked and I said, you know how many people in this world would wish and love to do this bullshit?
You know?
And he looked and he nodded and he said, you're right. That was it.
So listen, you know who
But
I
mean,
think,
it's, you can't get into that attitude. That's horrible.
that's right. But you can't walk anyone's shoes. You don't know what he's been through
Yeah.
and what he's summarizing that in. But I will say this: if you're serious about your game, and obviously you are, you've been doing it since 6th grade. If you're in the grind and you're making music, we all love your music and everything that you produce out. It's a passion. It's part of your purpose. You're in your own lane. I look at it like this: Rolling Stones and Aerosmith, these guys are like senior citizens still making music and doing music. Okay, they're doing it their way, but you doing it your way. When you get 70, are you still going to be out there in the taverns, in the bars, in the clubs, whatever, putting it out there and giving it to the people? Or are you planning on retiring at 60?
No, I hope not. I'm going to be totally honest and say something controversial here. I've actually been trying to do less gigs. The ideal would be to get back down to zero. And I'm not saying I'm giving up music. I always love music and playing it, but I'd like to have time for other things that I've worked.
What
really
other things? What other things and interests do you like to do?
Oh man, there's so much things I've never done. Woodworking or learning another language. Like there's just so much things to explore in life. So much beauty that I've never done because I've been working so hard. So
Right.
if I can get away from the music a little bit, that would be nice.
Well, you know what? Do it if that's
You
what
don't
you
need
want
to
to
get
do.
boxed into anything.
Right. You've already left a legacy. Just from what all you've done, your life thus far is a legacy. If you want to add to that and put a little of this in there, do it. I know you can do it. Go on, do it. That's what
very kind.
That's what we do. I mean, we're both retired, but geez, we can't get out of this radio. We've been doing for years now, and I mean, we left Texas with all the awards there was to give to us, and they created a
kicked us
reward, legacy award after the legacy award, where we got to move on and do other things. So once you do what you feel that you've done and justified and want to do other things, by all means do it. We wake up every day with the opportunity to create, to do, to make a difference and all that. So I know whatever you decide to do, it's going to be something I want to talk about.
Thank you.
So that's that. But listen, I'm speaking of legacies. What legacy do you want to be? What do you want your musical legacy to be?
Wow, I haven't really thought about that. I just hope people enjoy it. Yeah, I teach little kids and people of all ages, and if I have helped them in any way and caused them to find something new that they loved or a song that they hadn't heard, and kind of put that bug in their ear, then I've achieved my goal and my purpose in life. That would be a nice legacy.
Hey, I can see that.
There you go.
There you go. That's right. That's right.
If you don't know, now you know.
You know what? I actually appreciate you taking the time and being here. I enjoyed our conversation. You've made my day just when you say, "Oh, good question." I love having good questions. I love doing what I do. But I also love Voodoo Child, which we're going to show and go out with. But before we do, is there anything that you want to add, something you want to say that I might not have asked you? Did you hear
Well,
me?
I would just say to anyone working hard out there. Oh, hello. There we go.
You good?
Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Sorry for the internet. No, I would just say anyone who's going through a hard time, through difficulties of any type, do not give up. Stay true to yourself. Believe in yourself. Don't give up. Keep going.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely. So, is there anything you want to say about this performance of Voodoo Child? Oh, wait, before you do that, tell everybody how you can be followed.
Definitely.
I'm sorry, on social media, how you can be contacted.
Oh, Cetan Clawson, Cetan Clawson on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Where I don't do much on there, but we're there.
We found you, that's for sure.
Yeah, we found you.
So
You couldn't hide. Nice try.
Right.
And about Voodoo Child, this is an interesting recording because what I tried to do is sort of stay true to the rawness, the hard energy of Hendrix, but also that smooth power that you hear from the Stevie Ray Vaughan recording and blend those, but also kind of put my own spin on it too. So that's what I hope people hear in it.
Well, I'm sure they're looking down saying, job well done.
Job well done, young man.
Job well done. Job well done. It's a great tune, and you're about the only one who can do it that I get to give the approval for. So I'm going to present to you Cetan Clawson and Voodoo Child. Cetan, thank you. We'll be in touch with you.
Thank you.
Here we go. Let's check it out.
Well, I stand up back to a mountain and drop it down with the edge of my head. Well, I stand up back to a mountain and drop it down with the edge of my head. Pick up beaches, make an island. Might even raise a little sand. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child, yeah. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child. to you rest of my days. I didn't mean to take up by your sweet time. Give it right back to you rest of my days. Yeah, if I'm seeing no more in this world, I'll see you next one. Don't be late, don't be late, 'cause I'm a voodoo child, yeah. Lord knows I'm a voodoo child.
Alrighty. That young man can play.
That young man can really do it, and that's a great rendition of Voodoo Child. I tell you, I am in love with this band with great potential, and then he gets way up there phenomenally jamming and wants to go in other paths,
go in other directions,
and learn other things, and that's all right. Hey, you can do anything you want in this world.
Should never limit your growth.
That's right. You've made a mark and left a legacy with this great music. Cetan Clawson is
one thing
name.
about it, hey, he could always sit on the street corner and play music and
hey,
make money. Be a buster.
Yeah, they make money. Hey, a lot of celebrities started out that way.
Yeah, who was that? Rod Stewart. Yeah, was a busker starting out in London.
Miguel Montalban, so many more that does it that way. Whatever way you can fit in, go ahead and do it and share that gift and that talent out to the world.
You need a dime.
That's right. That's all right. I'm loving it. Look, check them out. Follow them if you will. Cetan Clawson is the name. That's the one to reckon with. He's bad, good, and what he does, and multi-talented. And I think you
appreciate having him on the show and sharing himself with us.
Absolutely. But I also appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for taking the time, being here, watching, listening in on the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show as we aim to bring you the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you 3 days a week, every Tuesday. Hey, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Tomorrow, join us for Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. You want to say anything about what's up?
We'll see.
You'll see. So you got to come back and join us for that. That is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Do check your time zones and then join us Thursday for the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim with inspirational, encouraging, motivational music, spiritual, all types of wonderful segments from great kings and queens from around the world, presenting it just for you. And that also is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, do check your time zones, but please join us out if you will, and be kind and spread the word for someone else to join us for some super greatness. So, with that said, Smooth, how can we be followed on social
simply,
media?
just like at the top of the screen's been saying, go to our YouTube page and or go to the queensilvyshow.com. And either way, if you're on YouTube, we would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. You go to our website, just drop us in your email in the contact tab.
Hey, there you go.
Or
If you
simply,
don't know,
now you know,
That's
people.
right. All right, with that said, you know me. I have to go and munch. Got to go get my eat on. Fast this morning with my cup of tea. Now it's time to grub.
I'm getting hungry, too.
So with that said,
Till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station.